There are moments in life when everything feels uncertain. We face crossroads where the choices we make can shape the course of our lives. These moments, though challenging, have the power to define who we are. George Strait's iconic song, I Can Still Make Cheyenne, tells the story of a cowboy, a man constantly chasing his dreams, but also running from his personal life. This song goes beyond a simple narrative about rodeos. It speaks to the struggle of balancing ambition with relationships and the inevitable reality of loss. But what happens when we lose something along the way? What happens when we realize we've sacrificed too much, or maybe neglected what's important? This song gives us insight into resilience, the kind of resilience it takes to face defeat, and despite it all, keep going. Now, the Cowboy Story is one we can all relate to in some way, whether it's in our careers, our relationships, or maybe our personal dreams. Today I want to explore this journey. I want to reflect on how we too can find strength to keep moving toward our own version of Cheyenne. Her telephone rang about 8:45. She heard his voice on the other end of the line. She wondered what was wrong this time. This moment in the song reflects the tension we often feel when we're unsure of what's coming. In life, there are moments when we anticipate the worst, moments when anxiety grips us and we brace ourselves for bad news. The woman in the song doesn't know what her cowboy will say, but she's prepared for disappointment. How many of us do the same? Expect the worst, fearing the unknown. But this is where we can shift our perspective. You see, instead of living in fear of what might come, we can choose to embrace uncertainty as an opportunity for growth. It's about taking life as it comes, knowing that we are capable of handling whatever challenges arise. He said it's cold out here and I'm all alone. Didn't make the short go again and I'm coming home. In this line, we hear the voice of defeat. The cowboy has just faced failure, and it's not the first time. He didn't make the short go. He didn't reach the goal he set for himself. And we've all been there, haven't we? When we fall short of our dreams, or when we work hard for something but still don't get the outcome we hoped for, it's tough. But what's important here is not that he failed. It's what he does next. He decides to come home. He owns his failure, but he doesn't let it stop him from moving forward. This is a lesson for us all. Failure is not the end, it's part of the process. We might not always win, but we can always make the choice to get back up, to learn from our losses, and to keep going. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you rise after falling. She said, don't bother coming home. By the time you get here, I'll be long gone. There's somebody new, and he sure ain't no rodeo man. This part of the song brings us to a hard truth. Sometimes, while we're chasing one dream, we lose sight of another. The cowboy, in his pursuit of the rodeo, neglected the relationship that once mattered to him. He comes home, but it's too late. Someone else has filled the space he left behind. This is a moment of heartbreak, but it's also a reminder. Life is not just about chasing one goal to the exclusion of everything else. Balance matters. If we neglect the people we love, if we ignore our responsibilities, there may come a time when we can't get them back. We can be so focused on reaching the finish line that we forget to appreciate the journey with those beside us. The moment here reminds us to stay grounded, to cherish our relationships, and not to let ambition blind us to what's important. He said, I'm sorry it's come down to this. There's so much about you that I'm gonna miss. But it's all right, baby. If I hurry, I can still make Cheyenne. And here's the heart of the song. The moment when the cowboy realizes he's lost something precious, but he makes a decision. Instead of staying in regret, instead of wallowing in what could have been, he turns his attention to the next rodeo. Cheyenne represents more than just another competition. It represents the next chance, the next opportunity, the next goal. He chooses not to dwell on the loss, but to keep pushing forward toward what's still possible. This is the essence of resilience. There will be times in life when things don't go our way. We'll face heartbreak, failure, and moments where we feel like we've lost everything. But in those moments, we have a choice: to give up or to keep going. You know, the cowboy chooses to keep going. He says, "If I hurry, I can still make Cheyenne." And that's the spirit we need to adopt. No matter what setbacks we face, we can still make our Cheyenne. Whether that's a new opportunity, a new dream, or maybe a new beginning. He left the phone dangling off the hook. He slowly turned around and gave it one last look. Then he just walked away. This visual here is powerful. The cowboy leaves the past behind, literally walking away from the life he could have had. We have all had moments when we need to do the same. When something doesn't work out, when a chapter closes, we must gather the courage to turn away and walk toward the next opportunity. Now, looking back is tempting, but it won't change the past. Instead, we must move forward with purpose, knowing that there's still open doors waiting for us if we're brave enough to walk through them. Friends, life is about choices. The choice to keep going even when things fall apart. The choice to learn from failure instead of being defeated by it. The choice to walk away from what no longer serves us and pursue new goals with a renewed passion. Now, like the cowboy and I Can Still Make Cheyenne, we must remember that no matter what life throws at us, there's always another opportunity ahead. We can't dwell on the past. We can't let failure define us. We must keep moving forward. Keep chasing our Cheyenne. So, whatever your Cheyenne is, whether it's a dream you're pursuing, a goal you're working toward, or a new beginning you need, remember that it is still possible. If you hurry, you can still make it. Keep pushing, keep striving, and don't ever stop believing in the next opportunity waiting for you. Thank you.